is Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. It was in early 2024 that I decided to go to an idol show in Japan on a whim because my graduated VTuber Oshi really liked idols. Needless to say, I got hooked. I think we like idols. After I met and talked to two English-speaking idols there, Hyria, Haigumi, I realized every single idol has a story, be it why they chase this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do, to give idols around the world a spotlight beyond the stage and a place to tell their story. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
Here comes a new challenger!
Tonight on IDOLEYEZ, a collaboration newly formed earlier this year between idols Chlo and Bitty. We'll talk to them about their idol journeys and their new start as Revolie. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 96, Revolie. Hello. Wow. Howdy, everyone. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. This is Mighty Eggy Drago with IDOLEYEZ, episode 96, with our guests for tonight, as we have ourselves two idols that have formed a duo. They have a combined height of 3 apples tall. They are trying to make dreams not dreams, absolutely make them real. This is Chlo and Bitty of Revolie. Pew, 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 pew. Hello,
3
guys.
whole apples.
3 whole apples.
Bitty's only one of them though.
It's true. I am the one apple.
But thank you guys for accepting this invite to be on the show. I think, when did I send an invite? Probably like last month, right?
I think so.
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Time isn't real.
Time is
No.
slowly passing me by. But yeah, thank you guys for accepting this invite. And yeah, I'm glad to have you guys here. I'm very much interested to hear about your story, both of your stories. So yeah.
Yay.
Happy to be here.
Yes, we are very happy to be here.
But first, we have to get an ad read out in front, as this show is brought to you in part by Water Sans Frontieres. Founded in 2025, Water Sans Frontieres is an event production organization dedicated to running quality Japanese idols culture-centric events throughout North America. WSF's team is made up of dedicated event runners who put the growth of J-pop style idol culture, not their bank accounts, before everything. And I know that both of you guys have performed on WSF shows. Bitty, you performed on Idol Village Volume 2, Chlo at Idol Village Volume 4, the very most recent one. So very much appreciate what WSF is doing, bringing opportunities for people to perform on stage. Yeah. But let's get this show on the road with a question that I always ask everyone on the show first, which is, who or what got you into idol culture / J-pop culture? Whoever wants to start first.
Ooh. Okay. Bitty, do you want to start?
Sure. I mean, I think it's a very common Love Live. It all comes back to Love Live. I played School Idol Festival in like 2016. I had friends introduce me to it, and I played the game, and I surprisingly like didn't get super deep into it. I was like, oh, these songs are catchy, and I just really like rhythm games, and so I played it, and I was like, I didn't really like read the story or anything. I would just skip
Just
through
auto
it so
skip,
I could
yeah,
play
like
the songs. But that, and then, you know, from 2016 to like, it was like 2020, during COVID, I rediscovered it through like social media and stuff. And I was like, oh, wait, that's that thing. There's a lot more groups now. Because at the time, I think when I got into it, Aqua had just been announced. Or like they had just gotten added to the game or something. And like 2020 was when like Niji Gasaki was getting started. So I was like, oh, this is cute. I like this. And then I just fell into the depths, and now we're here.
Oh, what about you, Chloe?
It's very similar. Oh god, this is gonna make me. People are gonna realize my age. I realize
You're
I'm
a baby.
but I got into Love Live. I would like to oh no, I can't say that. I'm 6th grade. I'm not gonna say the other possibility. But I got into Love Live. I was always very into anime as a kid. My first anime was Fairy Tail, and I loved it. And I've always also been into music. And so somebody came to me, I think it was at school or something had to have, somebody showed it to me. It was either at school or like just YouTube recommended at the time. Honestly, it was probably YouTube recommended at the time. Popped up one of the music videos of Muse. And from then on, I was just hooked. I didn't play the game as much. I had the game, but I didn't really play it. But I was always on top of the music videos, always watching everything I could. I loved the All Stars game simply because you could watch them dance and sing at the same time, and to me that was revolutionary.
It's peak.
I was like, this is peak. This is absolute cinema. I can watch them sing and dance at the same time. And in high school, I went through a phase of I want to be just the normal person, and so I kind of walked away from anime and Love Live and everything. And then like Bitty, COVID hit, and I was like, man, life's too short. I just want to enjoy what I enjoy. And so I ended up just wandering myself back, and I was like, wow, I still remember all of these dances from 5+ years ago. But it was just really important to me, especially. And then I had known about real idols for a really long time. When I got back into like Chica idols, but specifically at the bigger Chica idols for a while, I'd gotten kind of, when I got back into Love Live, they would always show up in my recommended because it was kind of like, oh, you like fake idols? Here's some real idols. And so I would watch them, but I never really followed anybody closely because I was like, oh, they're cute, but like I'm never gonna get to know who these people are, and there's not like as many translations because it just like that started being a more recent thing. And so I was like, oh, I like these people are cute, but I don't know. And then in the past like year and a half, I've really started to be like, no, I'm gonna follow my favorite groups because I don't care if I don't know what they're saying. They're still adorable and they sing beautifully. So
Exactly. Yeah. I likewise was really into anime in like elementary school. I was really into like specifically magical girl anime really got me into anime, and Tokyo Mew Mew. And I have just been watching anime since I was probably 10, and like reading manga, and I was like, oh, I like this. I like this.
So, Love Live for the both of you.
yup.
Chloe tried to be a normie, but got drawn back in. So
Yeah, it doesn't work, guys. Don't become a normie. It's not worth it.
Accept your fate.
Except for
So for the both of you, who would you consider your first Oshi?
Ooh. I will continue to go first, just so I.
B comes before C in the alphabet.
It's true.
There you go.
True.
BEC,
And I'm older.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. There we go.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Bacon, egg, and
New
cheese.
England represent. Sorry, that's mostly New York, but Dunkin' Donuts represent.
Duncan. When I played School Idol Festival, just like the character designs alone, I really liked Kotori, and so I guess she would be my first Oshi. But then like once I got back into it, I was pulled back into it by Niji Kasaki, specifically Rina. Rina's design really called to me, and like that girl has so much autism in her body. I think she's so relatable. She's so cute. I love her. I love Rina. And specifically Doki People Emotion is like the song that got me into like get back into Love Live. Because I was like, oh wait, this is kind of a bop. The dance is really cute. I like this. And then like I was into Niji, but then I was like, oh well, I'll start back from the beginning. I'll watch all the anime, all of the Love Live anime, and I still really like Katori. I think she is still my Oshi from Muse. And then Love Live Sunshine grabbed me by the throat and has not let go. I'm very normal about Yohane, and if you've talked to me for more than 30 seconds, you know that. Off screen is my multiple shelves worth of just Yohane merchandise. So
Yeah.
I know this is true for a fact. I walked into Bitty's apartment for the first time a few weeks ago, and it looked like a figure store. I was scared, in a good way. In a good way. For me,
yeah.
yeah. For me, I think my Oshis are always like my Oshis are always my type of woman. Like that's the only way I can describe it. So Ellie was my first Oshi from Muse. I like blonde women. If you aren't, you're gonna be able to tell in a second that I love blonde women. But she was my first ever Oshi. I just really liked her character. I really liked the fact that you could be mature and like kind of aloof, but they also like, it was like, oh, you can also be an idol, even if you're like this. And then when I started getting into Sunshine, it was Daya. But then, out of nowhere, I was like, oh, I actually really like Mari. I think of the contrasting of like the silliness, I really liked her, and it made me realize like, I feel like a lot of all the characters in Sunshine I can relate to in a way. Honestly, all the Love Live characters you can relate to in different ways, I feel like, and I really like the way they've written a lot of them. Because they make it so that like you can find a little bit of yourself in everybody. And so I really like Daya because there's this line in Sunshine where she talks about how hard it is for her to make friends and how hard it is for her to like hang out with them and be with them. And so that really hit me hard, and I was like, oh, I feel that in my soul. But then you turn around and you see this blonde girl and she's goofing off in the corner being like, shiny, blah, and it's just like, girl, what are you doing? And then she ended up becoming my favorite, partially because of her, but also because of her seiyuu, Anya. She is probably one of my favorite seiyuu like ever, besides Pei-chan, who's my superstar Oshi.
Another blonde character.
My favorite, a lot of my favorite most of my Oshis are blonde or have been blonde at some point. It's kind of becoming an issue, or like, yeah, it's an issue. But yeah, that was my first ever Oshi. Funnily enough, though, now I go back to Love Live and I really start to Oshi Honoka, simply because of just her determination and her ability.
Honoka is a close second for me.
I feel like if you're an idol, you like
get
Honoka.
it. You get
it.
I mean, like, she is dedicated to the craft so much so that she passes out in the rain trying to overtrain. So yeah, I do get it. So
she's just like me for real.
Yeah. The same with Chika in Sunshine. Like, her determination and her love for idols just like punches me in the gut. I'm like, I love her so much. She's so cute. And she's so stupid. I love a girl that's dumb. That's also like a continuation of my Oshi, is like, oh, she's stupid. There's rocks in there.
So for the both of you, Yohane and then Mari, both from Sunshine. So moving on from that, Love Live, big occurring thing in IDOLEYEZ. So moving on from that, so as we are in an idol podcast, how do you what was the inspiration point for you to become an idol? Was it like an event that you saw, or like anything else?
I have a history of music in my family. My dad has been in bands since he was like 17. He plays guitar. He's played guitar, since he was a teenager, and I just kind of grew up listening to a lot of different types of music. and I will listen to anything that I think sounds good. I have a very vast taste in music. I also worked at a record store slash like video game store for like 7 years, and so I listen to a lot of different kinds of music, and idol music just scratches an itch in my brain. And I actually used to have like extreme stage fright when I was like a kid. It honestly until like I was an adult. Um and I was like, "Oh, I could do this. I could sing on stage." I started doing cosplay idol just dancing, and I had never danced in my life. I think I did like ballet when I was like a small child, but that was really it. And, a lot of the Love Live dances are pretty simple, and I started learning those. And, I have history of music in my family, and I was like, oh, well, now as the Kaigai idol scene grew and people weren't just doing like cosplay idol stuff, they were doing live covers, and that was becoming more popular. I was like, oh, well, I could do that. And I just kind of did. Honestly, a lot of it is just my audacity. Just because, like, oh, I could do that. It's it's a similar thing where it's like there's something that needs to be done around the house, and I have the like I could do that gene. Like, yeah, I could figure that out.
Gotcha. So you did that. The determination.
Yes.
What about you, Chlo?
So I also started doing cosplay stuff, but way back when I went to a performing arts school. I played violin for 12 years at a semi-professional scale, and sang in a choir for 7 to 8 years at a semi-professional scale. So, when I went to college is when I first started doing cosplay idol stuff. I had learned like muse dances, and I was trying. I had that like middle school pipe dream of having an idol group. That we all got together and learned Start Dash, and we thought we were gonna be able to perform it everywhere. Newsflash, it never got performed. But I like did a lot of dancing because I wanted to learn the Love Live dances, and then also shout out to my mom. I danced Scottish country dance, which nobody is gonna know what that is, but it is a type of dance from Scotland. And so I grew up doing that, and so I kind of think between that and like my musical stuff, I really just love performing. So when I went to college, I really missed the performance aspects. And so I had a friend ask me like, "Oh, would you like to do cosplay idol stuff with me?" And so I did do cosplay idol stuff. The first time I ever did cosplay idol stuff, I also realized very quickly that you could sing on stage as yourself, and that was okay. And I was like, I want to do that. I miss doing that. And so that started like this journey of me wanting to go there. Um, and I had asked the friends that I had done cosplay idol stuff with, like, I think they were probably annoyed with me at that point. So many times being like, "Hey, do you guys want to sing? Do you guys want to sing? I want to sing. I want to sing." And they just never were interested, which is totally fine. It's not everybody's thing. But I was just like, "Oh, I want to sing. I want to sing." And finally, Marie, who is also one of my original idol inspirations, gave me the chance, and she's like, come sing on stage, like, I believe in you, let's do this. And I was like, yes. 5 years after I graduated high school, I finally made it. But it was just this kind of journey of me I wanted to find a way to perform like I have in the past. And so like it was just like I need to find a way to do that. And it was a lot of work figuring out how I wanted to do that, because when you take a break that long for like stuff like that, I had stage fright coming back. Even to dancing, I had stage fright coming back. So it was just like it was a lot to even bring myself back, but I'm very glad that I did.
So music brought the both of you, I guess, like into it. Very much a common thing, I guess, for the both of you. So very much, I guess I can see why you guys made it.
You'll find find we are scarily similar, even in aspects that we haven't spoken about before, and we'll both be like,
Yeah.
So segueing into Chloe, you said Marie, MS Paint Palette, I guess, had brought you the opportunity to perform on stage for the first time, which was Anikai Volume 2. I guess might as well just talk about both of your first performances as soloists before Revolie. So, well, if you want to go first.
Sure. My first performance was Anikai Volume 2. Marie had come to me, I want to say probably 6 months prior. Like, I had a good chunk of time to know that this was happening. And she had come to me and was like, hey, do you want to do this? Because she had asked if I would help them out with some other unrelated stuff. And she was like, oh, also, like, since you're helping us out, do you want to perform? And I was like, yes, but this is very sudden, so let me, like, think about it. And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna do this. Let's get this going. I hadn't performed like that on a stage in a long time, and I was so scared beforehand, but as soon as I got on stage, I was just so excited. Like, it was just like immediately I was like, I'm so happy to be here. So it was a lot of fun. The venue we had was really cool. It's a bar, and it's a very fun venue, and just Anikai in general, getting to do anime songs also for my debut was really like special to me, because I'm a huge weeb in like every sense of the word. My entire office is decorated in like figures and anime stuff, and so I was just like, yes, I would love to perform anime songs for my debut, and it was awesome. It was great.
Yeah, because I remember the very first time I knew about you was at Anikai Volume 2. I think someone posted the stream in a server that we're somehow involved in. I watched it and I was like, I think you can find the thing, but I was like, hey, this Chlo person's good. So, because I remember it was Flyers. You performed Flyers. You performed Silhouette. I don't remember the others, but you got the crowd going like a lot. So I remember that.
That was my goal. I my thing with my solo sets, I'm starting to call them like all Woda killer
Water
sets,
killers.
because I just like, I love the hype songs. I will eventually perform like more like sad songs and like slower songs eventually. One day we'll get there, but I just love
Not now.
Yeah, no, not now, not now. I love having like the energy of the crowd being the energy that I'm getting, and when there is that like energy there, it's a lot easier to perform.
It is, yeah. I agree.
So, that was like February, right? Ish.
I think beginning of March.
Beginning of March. Okay, I remember because like I was still in the Philippines, so I did watch a very laggy stream of it, but like I do remember it. Yeah, good set, good first impression too. Moving on from that to Bitty, because I don't remember if there was like a full performance, but I did see like the clips that you sent.
Yeah, I had done some solo performances before Idol Village also. I did cosplay idol stuff before doing Kai Guy idol stuff, and so my first performance as like a Kai Guy idol with a vocal performance was a local event that I put on in St. Louis, and with some friends, and it was like Valentine's Day themed, and so I was like, you know what? I want everybody to do love theme songs. It's still kind of winter. We gotta pull out Snow Halation. And so I did that. That was the first time that I had ever like sang in front of a crowd, like as an idol. And so that, when was that? 2024? 2025? It was a hot minute ago, and it was 2025, so it was February of last year. And then I don't know if I did much else vocally for the rest of the year. I did another cosplay performance. That was kind of my last cosplay performance before like starting to focus more on vocal performances. And then I was able to perform at Idol Village Volume 2. And I got to that performance. I was able to perform alongside like some really amazing performers, so I was really, really intimidated. But for that set, I also pulled out some anime songs. I did Shiny Days, which is the Yuru Camp opening, because that's also a very crowd-involved song.
Yeah.
Because
The
I was
campfire.
like, I want people to do the UO campfire. Also because I had several months before I went to Animathon in Canada, and Asaka was there and she performed that song, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how good this song is. And so I was like, I'll do that at Idol Village. And then I did as always an Aqua song, and then also a song from Oshinoko. So I don't know if they would be Woda Killer necessarily, but they are very involved songs and everyone knows them. So that's kind of what I like to do songs that everyone knows, because people get so hyped when they hear them. The Aqua song that I did was Aquarium, and you hear the like blubs in the bubbles in the beginning, and everyone goes oh. And it is just like, I very much agree with Chlo. Like I feed off of that energy that the crowd gives, because it kind of, if this crowd is silent, I'm like overthinking and I'm panicking and anxiety, and then I hear the like call and mix, and then it just kind of like shuts out everything in my brain, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. That's why I'm here. So that was, I would say, like the like proper debut of like my solo work.
I see.
With a cute outfit too.
Yes, my friend Sarah made my idol outfit.
Oh wait. Yeah, I do remember, even though the footage got lost a time, I remember
It did get lost, yeah, that's
it got
okay.
lost a time. I do remember
Sorry,
watching the stream.
Ando.
I do remember watching the stream because
Yes, yeah.
it was Sharife, you, Elysia, Sid,
Yes.
and I think Pawn. So I do remember
Pawn was there as
yeah.
well.
I remember watching Pawn's set, your set, Sharife's set. I think that was it because like I had stuff to do. But yeah,
I know the stream. I think the stream also got nuked. I think it got copyright claimed as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember your set, and yeah, I think I remember the crowd loving. Like
Yes,
everything.
Well, we love Idol Village. Before it was actually able to be held outside, but you know.
Oh my gosh, it was so hot in there that day. Oh my.
Noise complaint? No noise complaint.
I don't know if Volume 2 got a noise complaint. I don't know.
I think every volume, from
I
what
think
I've heard,
it was-
every volume has gotten a noise complaint.
That's not surprising. I mean, it's
Yeah,
small. It's close quarters.
Par for the course. It's just loud
Yeah.
music. so-
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Loud people, loud music.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember because like you did send you performing, I think Departure from Hunter x Hunter, and then Crawling Justice.
Yes,
right?
that was
from-
that was from YumeCon. I went to, it was in San Jose. A common theme. I travel a lot for conventions for Love Live Seiyu specifically, because my partner and I are crazy, and that is like kind of what we do. So there was supposed to be one of the Seiyu for Saint Snow from Love Live Sunshine there, and then last minute they couldn't get her visa approved and she couldn't make it. But we already had the trip planned, and I was already in the Idol Fest, and we were like, as well, we have friends out there. And so yeah, I Hunter x Hunter and Evangelion are two of my like top 10. So and just like peak Annie song, and I was like, that has to be in the set. So yeah, that was from YumeCon.
good I guess like good crowd songs. I mean, Cruel Angel's Thesis is the go-to karaoke.
It's the
song.
go-to. I have an Evangelion tattoo. I really like Evangelion.
Moving on from that, both of you performed first time solo, boom. But with every single idol performance comes a thing called Bupan / Tokutenkai. What was your first experience like doing that? Oh,
I don't remember what mine was. I mean, I think the one that I remember most would be Idol Village for sure. Because I feel like in my personal opinion, every idol show should have Tokutenkai meet and greet after. Even if merch sales aren't allowed, at least meet and greets. 'Cause it's just a great way to like interact with the audience and get to talk to people. And I know that like Idol Village, I traveled to New York I was living in St. Louis at the time. So traveling to New York, performing for the first time on the East Coast solo, my first like vocal performance on the East Coast. I was really, really nervous. I was there with some friends who were from the area, and I was just very like I didn't want to bother anybody, and so I just kind of like stood there. And then like I had people come up and take checky with me, and you know it was just awesome. I love getting to talk to people and people talking about the songs that I did. And I did some Tokutenkai as well. When I was in Canada, I got to perform in a Taiban with some Canadian idols. I think I was the only American performer because it was the middle of nowhere. It was in Edmonton, Alberta. Like nobody goes to Edmonton on purpose unless it's for Anime-thon, honestly. And so all of the Canadian idols were so sweet, and they were like, "I'm so excited to meet you," and I was like, "I'm just a guy," and like. I don't know. I love talking to people that like idols. At that Tokutenkai, I actually met somebody. He was a friend of the Canadian group Framboise. He was there like as their staff kind of, and he came up to me at my table, and he was like, "Oh, you're from the US. Where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm from St. Louis / Illinois." He's like, "Oh my god, no way, I'm from Illinois." And I was like, "Why are you here, bro?" And same thing with some of my Wota friends. I learned that one of my Wota friends is like grew up in St. Louis as well, and I learned that at Idol Village, and like we went to the same convention. It was both of our first convention in like 2012 in St. Louis. And, you know, I had no idea. I was like, this is such a weird coincidence that, like, he doesn't live in St. Louis anymore. He doesn't live in New York. He was in New York for Idol Village. I don't live in New York. I was in New York for Idol Village. And, like, it's so weird. There's so many weird connections. And, you know, all idol things lead back to Love Live or VTubers, so like getting to connect with people and be like Spider-Man meme about things is just I love to yap. I just love yapping.
Yeah, I mean it's good to, I guess, have that through Tokutenkai for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chlo?
My first time, it was kind of like nerve-wracking because I have a lot of like I am very socially awkward when I speak to people. So it was like, I was very nervous because I was like, I have to speak to somebody and then I have to speak about myself or speak about myself or stuff related to me the entire time. That's terrifying. And it ended up not being terrifying at all. And now I call it my I need to socialize time, like forcing myself to socialize. And I love it. I love it now because it means I get to just like chat with people and get to know people. And a lot of the times I meet people that I haven't met before, like ever, and so that's really awesome. Like Bitty said, I get to meet people who have the same interests as me. Like Idol Village 4, I got to meet people that also were Ina Oshis, and I was like, hey. I was like, will I see you like later this year at the Hololive concert? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, yes, I will. And so it's just like, it's great to get to like chat with people in your community, but it's also great to like get to know other people who have the same interests as you, especially like when you're performing songs from those interests. It's really cool to have that like connection with somebody.
It's very similar to how I feel about like conventions and cosplay. I've been cosplaying since like 2012, and I love going. I'm very socially anxious and awkward in real life, and then I go to a convention, and you know, you wear a costume of a character, of your favorite character from your favorite show, and somebody comes up and asks to take a picture, or they're cosplaying from the same show as you. That is like the easiest way to make friends. It is so easy. You have a guaranteed at least one shared interest. If you've got one in like anime spaces, you've got more, like 100%. It's just so easy. I have so many friends that I've met where we're cosplaying the same thing, or they cosplay something that I like, and I literally like point at them and I'm like, we're friends now and you have no choice.
I mean, yeah. Guaranteed with one thing, you'll probably be friends for sure. So Toka Tenkai, boom. Since we're gonna talk about both of your solo stuff separately before Revolie, might as well get into your original song, Bitty. Let's talk about that.
Yay!
So, it was earlier 2 months ago in May.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't promoted it much because I ended up moving like the day that it came out. I did not intend on that. Like, kind of last minute, I moved from St. Louis to Chicago and got really swept up. I had never lived outside of the St. Louis area, so it took a lot of my like mental energy moving, and but it's out. Kimi Euro Season is my original song, and it was definitely one of my biggest goals as an idol to produce an original song, just to put something out there. And I definitely have not promoted it as much as I have wanted to, but that's what this is for.
Yeah, idolized. Yeah, might as well. So with Kimi Euro Season, full Japanese, who did you contact to help you with the song?
So my producer, his like username is atama.pdf, and atama means head, and it's like the kanji for head. And so I'm like, I don't know, because he only speaks Japanese, and when I contacted him, I was like, I'm so sorry, I don't speak Japanese, this is Google translated, please be nice to me. And he did an amazing job. I really gave him a lot of creative freedom with the song. I basically was like, I want something cute and nice and idly, and he just kind of put it out there, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you hit the nail on the head, thank you. He did a really, really great job with it, and he's so sweet. You know, once the song was all finished, once I had recorded everything and gotten everything mixed, I sent it over to him, and he was like, wow, this is amazing, thank you. And I was like, no, thank you. Yeah, I definitely, my Nihongo is not Jozu enough to write a song in Japanese on my own. So he wrote the lyrics as well, and it was very nice when I asked him for the lyrics in like
Romaji? Yeah.
Romaji, hiragana, katakana, because I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't read kanji. And he was so nice. Like, he sent me like a very detailed breakdown of it, and I was very appreciative of that. Because like I can read hiragana and katakana, but kanji not so much. I
You're 10 steps like above me, where I can't speak and I can't read. So
there are a lot more people than I anticipate that can't read hiragana or katakana, and I couldn't until like probably like 2 or 3 years ago is when I really like buckled down and like I'm like I should do this. But kanji is really hard.
it's
It's really hard.
even like my Oshis, they're like Australian Japanese. They moved to Japan, they still don't know like some kanji like at all. So it's still
I don't blame them.
difficult.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
So with the song, giving your producer a lot of creative freedom, you didn't like send him any, I guess, reference tracks or like here.
I sent him a few. Because I was like, you know, he had asked for some, and so I sent him. I had a playlist of songs that I really liked, and I think that from that playlist, the songs that he pulled the most inspiration from was there is a Nijigasaki song called Sugar Sugar Yummy Yummy Parfait. It's a very cute song. And that song, there is a song from the reboot of Tokyo Mew Mew, the remake of Tokyo Mew Mew. The 5 Seiyu have an idol group called Smoothie, and they have a song called Can Do Dreamer, which I think he pulled a lot of inspiration from as well. And then there was, I don't follow them super heavily, but I listen to their music. Their music is really good. Equal Love, they have a song called Naka Naori Sukurimu, and I think that was a very cutesy song that he pulled from. I know that when I like gave him the playlist and I told him like I want a cute song, I was like I want like a song that like makes you feel good. I want something that like I didn't say it, but it like I didn't say this to him, but when he gave me the song back, I was like, oh, this song just like it feels like the like videos of like in advertisements of people like running through a field of flowers, just like so carefree. Like that's just like how it feels to me. And so I was like, this is just so cute. It's just so cute and like quintessentially idol. And that is like, I love cutesy songs, but I also really like the really hype songs. So I was like, well, I need to corner one market at a time. We'll do this one first.
Yeah, I mean, listening to it for the first time, I think before like researching you guys, song's great, and it's very, I guess, heartwarming. I don't know, comfy.
Yeah,
so
it's comfy. It's very comfy. And that's why I probably would have held on to it a little longer if I wasn't like. It's a very spring song to me, so I was like, I need to release it in the spring. Like that is 100% gonna happen. Otherwise, I probably would have held on to it for longer. But I am really glad that I released it when I did, so that I couldn't like get in my own head and be like, no, just kidding, because like now I can't take it back. It's out there.
Ooh, jumping a little ahead, since the both of you have musical backgrounds, when would you like consider the perfect time to make an original song, I guess, self-produced?
I think it's good to like get your name out there first, for sure. Do at least like 1 or 2 performances and put that under your belt first so that people know who you are. But also like I know that Alex Pinku just talked about this as well. Like the music industry, as like in terms of like streaming, it does not favor small artists, and I know that they mentioned a YouTuber, Drew Gooden, also recently just made a video about this. Incredible video, by the way. Very well done. Just that small artists don't get what they are kind of owed from streaming platforms. So I think if you focus too much on the numbers, there is never a good time to release an original song as an artist in a niche genre like we are. Just kind of do it. That just go for
Just
it.
do
Again,
it.
my audacity, like how hard could it be? Just do it. So,
Yeah. I mean, to some, like, I agree, like, to some extent. Also, songs are expensive to produce from an end of just, like, understanding production. One of my close friends does song production, and we've been working on some stuff together, for unrelated projects. Hey!
I forgot I had notice on. Okay,
Should I do the streamer? Thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow, Kisuke.
So for like other personal projects not pertaining to Revolie or Chlo, we've been working on producing other songs for other stuff, and so knowing how expensive a song is, especially from the production end, especially like if you yourself are not the person actually writing the song, and if you yourself is not the person doing the instrumental and everything. I mean, we did an unrelated project, secret project, where we needed somebody to play cello, and to get them to play cello was a lot of money. And so I like, from that perspective, I feel like it is like, it's hard to put out an original song, especially if you want something that is like very crisp and very clean, and you want it to a good streaming quality. But at the same time, I'm from the like camp of like, if and I know a close friend of mine said this, and I really agree with it. I get 30 times more hyped when I know it's your song that you're performing, because to me, you're sharing a part of your world with me. And so I think, like, while it is hard to do it, and while sometimes it feels like there's never a good time, any time is a good time. Please, please, Kaiga Idols, release more original songs. I need to see them. I need to hear them. I want to
Please.
hear them. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear, like, what your melody is, what your vibe is. And I think especially for Kaigai groups, like, you can cover as many songs as you want, but where you make it truly yourself is when you get to release that original music finally. And I feel like that shows your audience, like, your true self, you know, if that makes sense. So I think I agree with
Yeah.
Bitty. Like, a few performances, establish yourself as much as you want, but also please, please, please release original music. I want to support it, please.
Yeah, I remember, I think like 2 episodes ago, Heidi Honey's like biggest goal was releasing an original song, and I'm like, yes, please. I think like
Please.
releasing original music is definitely a step up in the Kaiga Idol scene. Like
For sure.
I love like covers, especially covers of songs that I love, but like releasing stuff that you have created yourself or had help with and created and released is something more, has like more oomph. So
It's so unique and it's so special. It's like a look into your world as a performer, as an idol, as a person. Like what their inspirations are. And you can really hear that in a lot of our idols' original music. You can really hear like the groups that they really like in those songs. And you know, that more of that, please. Yes.
Please. I don't care if you think it's bad, because the other thing is, a lot of people think, like, you're very self-critical. So I know a lot of people will be like, oh, my music isn't good, I don't think this song is good. Especially a lot of my idol friends who I know write their own lyrics or write their own melody or write their entirely own music. They're like, I don't think it's good enough to release this. And I'm here to tell you, it is good enough to release it, and I will listen to it, and I will stream it. So please release it.
Yes.
yeah, more original stuff.
Yes.
Moving on to, I guess, the meat and potatoes of this interview, this episode, as this is Bitty and Chlo of Revolie. Might as well talk about Revolie. So, how did you guys first meet each other?
Oh my gosh.
We met through a cosplay dance cover video for, I an Aqua song, Brightest Melody. That was 2022, or was it?
Yes.
Yes,
It was 2022. I thought it was
yes.
2021 at first, but it wasn't. It's 2022.
It wasn't. No. It was so long ago. That, oh my god, and it was the hottest day imaginable. Oh my god.
It was hot
Disgusting.
and humid. It was awful. It was like I want to say genuinely, I think it was the hottest day in St. Louis history
That year.
Like,
it
not
was
that year or whatever it was. Oh,
It was really hot. It was extremely hot. It was extremely humid. Thank God our videographer had a cooler with like a bag of ice in it. I was just like throwing ice cubes like in the back of my costume. It was genuinely so hot, and the place that we filmed, there were buildings, but we weren't allowed to go in them.
they kicked us out. We literally we walked into the building to get water, and they said get out, and we were like,
get out.
Bruh.
Guys, it's 110 degrees outside. Oh my god. It was so hot, but you know, it's the Brightest Melody is a song from the Over the Rainbow movie, and so just that being how we met is just like a very special song to us, and also just kind of like we're both very aqua-pilled, and
Yeah.
that's why we're here.
yeah. We met through that. We ended up kind of drifting away for a few years just because of life and stuff. I am very far from Bitty, and Bitty is very far from me. And I was busy with school and stuff at the time, and we ended up reconnecting. Anime NYC was that 2024? I think it was.
Yes, that was it was the year that Kachu from Liella was there. Also, the reason I go to a lot of cons is because Seiyu were there, and yeah, we ended up reconnecting then and have just like nonstop been yapping at each other since.
Yeah.
See. Oh, I do want to ask. I'm gonna assume you cosplayed as Yohane, Bitty, and you cosplayed as Mari, right? No.
I did Daya for that shoot.
Oh.
She was Daya, yes.
I see. Oh. Plot twist.
Yes.
Plot twist.
So, it was that video, drifted away a bit. Then, Anime NYC 2024 met up back again. So,
yeah, we cosplayed Kachu together because I also really like Kanon from Liella, and I know that her Seiyu is really short, and I was like, oh well, if her Seiyu is short, then I can cosplay her. And we were like, well, it's an excuse to, and it's being a female idol fan of female idols is truly like, it is like God mode of fan service. You get so much more interaction from idols because they're like, oh, it's a girl, especially if you're a white girl. Especially. They love it. And if you're cosplaying their character, like if you're at a con and you are cosplaying their character, they are like staring into your soul. They love it.
They love
And
you.
It was, and I think, Chlo, that was the first time that you had met a Seiyu, or yeah. And so I was like, you need to be cosplaying Sumire so that Peichan will look at you and call you cute, because that is peak. That is living life to the fullest.
She did. She tried to grab me too, and then her manager was like, "Don't touch her! Don't touch her! Don't."
She
touch
tried
her.
to like grab her hand.
She like physically like part of me was like, was I hallucinating this? But she fully like put both her hands out like she was gonna grab me, and her manager like put her hand in.
The
be
staff
like,
was like,
"Don't touch
no,
her.
no.
You can't touch her." But I love being a female idol fan. You get moments like that, and it's so
Oh my God.
awesome. It's literally
It's the best.
greatest thing
It's
ever.
so good. It is. I say this is a joke. I'm prefacing that with this is a joke. It's something I say to my friends that like being a female idol fan and getting more fan service makes misogyny worth it.
True. I guess. I don't know. What am I supposed to
Cute
say?
girls like me.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no!
Oh, no. What will I do?
Whatever will I do?
so it was that event where you guys reconnected, cosplayed as a duo. So 2024 would have been like, I guess, when Kaigai Idols kind of got on the rise. Maybe that was like October 2024.
I would say like 2020, like 2023, 2024, they were definitely
Going up.
steadily increasing in pace. I know that like Northwest Idol Fest had happened, was happening at that point, and just other idol events, seeing other things happening, just like yes, more, yes, please.
So that was 2024. You guys both debuted separately as soloists. Bitty, you performed 2024-ish, right?
Yeah.
Solo. Chlo, that was like early this year as a soloist. So when did you guys both want to form a duo as Revolie?
So it's kind of funny because originally it was a collab stage. I went to ASIN, I think 2023. I went to ASIN for the first time, and hung out with Bitty, and then like I said, we kind of like drifted apart for a little bit. And I had always been meaning to go back because I liked ASIN. I liked the vibes of the convention, and Bitty was like, oh, like since you're doing idol stuff now, we should do something at ASIN. That'd be a lot of fun. And we got a logo made and we named it Revolie. And we're like, oh, this is a cute little collab stage. And one day I'm driving home from my 9 to 5, and I get a text that was like, hey, so I know you wanted, like, this is a collab stage, but do you maybe want to make this like a real thing? And I had some stuff going on with my cosplay group was dissolving at the time, and I was doing solo stuff, but I was like, oh, I would love to do stuff with other people because that broadens the horizon. And I was like, of course I would love to make this a real thing.
So it was not intentional. I think it was when we had planned to do the collab stage, I think we had planned that in like January was when we were talking about it, and then in March was when I was finally like, hey, do you want to actually do this for real? And now here we are.
Now you're here.
Now we're
yes,
here.
yes.
So got the logo done, but like, where did the name come from with Revolie?
So I had come up with some ideas. I was just kind of like brainstorming. One of the first things, like when we first met, something that we bonded over was that we both took French classes and we both spoke a little bit of French. And so the like Rev in Revolie, Rev means dream, and I was just kind of like throwing letters together, and I thought that it sounded nice. And Chlo was like, that one, I like that one, out of like a list that I had given her. And, you know, some like fancy accents to make it look more French. I can't speak a lick of French anymore. It's all gone. But yeah, and that was I think the big inspiration for the name was just something that sounded French and fancy.
It was that, and then melody in French is spelled D-I-E, so
yes,
we kind of like ended up taking the I-E from that, and kind of combining the words melody and rêve, which rêve is to dream, or is a dream. And so it was just like kind of the idea of combining both of those together. That's where our little tagline came from too.
And then melody also specifically because Brightest Melody was how we met doing that song. So I was like, I want that to be included in there somewhere. And yeah.
I mean, it's good to have like that reference to like when you first met in there. So
yeah.
So, Revolie, boom. What would you consider your concept as a duo?
So we were making a joke one day, and I was talking about how I will never be professional, and that is like my issue is I will never be able to do a Token Tenkai and be professional. You will definitely hear me swear. In fact, I'm so sorry, Jenny Bond. I have sworn on the Idol Space stage multiple times. And this is me confessing. I am so sorry. But I told Bitty, I said we're never gonna be professional, and that is possibly entirely my fault, but that is okay. And so we were like,
Me too.
well, we're and I was like, well, we'll be performing songs of groups that we like for now. For now. Um and groups that we like and people that like we oshi and stuff like that. So we were like, oh, our kind of idea is that we're an otaku idol group and we're gonna do otaku, but outside of that, we our first like promo photo shoot that we did with Ando, love you Ando,
Hey, Ando.
we we
The goat.
wore almost like sickly Victorian child is what we called it outfits. They were more like
Jirai
style,
yeah.
but they kind of gave sickly Victorian child. So we've also kind of been leading a little bit into the darker aspect, and we're trying to like kind of play with that. My colors kind of being black and purple, and then Bitty's colors kind of being white and pink. So kind of like balancing each other out in that way. So our kind of, I guess, our vibe is kind of leaning towards gothic, but not fully leaning in that direction, just kind of like playing with ideas like that, and then bringing in our otaku stuff from it. We were actually playing around with we were talking about hosting a show, and we were playing around with like, oh, what should the theme be? And for a second there, a theme was to do kind of an otaku like tabletop roleplay game theme, which we did end up going with, and I won't say too much about what we're actually doing because that's special secret. Shh. But we have been playing with like different ideas of like cool things because we want to bring like a big thing about us is that we are otaku. So we like the visual aesthetics of the kind of gothic Jirai vibe, but then we like the vibe aesthetics of being an otaku.
We're too silly to
Jirai.
keep ourselves seriously. Like if you've seen any videos of like Jidai girls like drunk on the streets of Kabukicho, 'cause they're going
gone.
off, and it's my kind of thought with the like otaku concept is that like we are otaku first and idol second. Like that will always come first. But like kind of that we want to make ourselves look more serious and cool than we actually are, but not denying the roots of we are cringe but we are free, for sure, because that is just like I can't pretend to be serious for that long. That's not gonna happen ever.
So, idol no, taco first, idol second.
Yes.
So, with your first event being Anime Central in the Midwest, with Bitty living nearby in the Midwest, Chlo, unknown area, wherever that may be.
New England.
New England.
Yeah.
New England.
So, two separate areas of the country. How did you guys prepare for this two performances?
We
Three
performances.
Oh,
we opened for a friend.
Yes.
Hallway Live.
Yes.
The gorilla. Yes.
Yes. Since we've been both doing solo stuff for a little while, and you know we've both been doing cosplay idol stuff for a while. We kind of know how we best learn songs and dances, and we are close enough that we can keep each other in check, and so that we're like, okay, we know that when you are on that stage, you at least kind of know what you're doing, and if you don't, you can fake it and make it look like you know what you're doing. So we really just kind of we're like, I'm gonna do my thing and you're gonna do your thing, and we're gonna get on stage and it's gonna work out. Just hope and pray.
Hopes and prayers.
And it's funny too because we're both very like large procrastinators. And this comes down to even like everything we do. And it was funny because I even texted Bitty the other day about an upcoming show set list, and I was like, "Hey, can we change this?" But like it's to the point where like we both understand what each other is able to do, and we're both so similar that like me coming to her and being like, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable with this song. Is it okay if we swap it out for a song we've done before?" It's like, "Yes, of course, please. Actually, I wanted to do that." And it's like, "Oh, okay, like we're
Please,
both
yeah.
on the same page." So I would say like we're very lucky that we're so similar in that way because we can both kind of connect on that level where sometimes I feel like we don't even need to speak about what we really want to do because we both know that it's gonna happen.
That's
Um,
kind of how ASIN went. Like, we really didn't talk that much about it. We were like, here's the dance video, here's the lyrics,
have fun.
have fun. But like,
I
that's
in the
also
future, we're trying
oh
to be
yeah,
more
we'll be more
professional.
polished, I promise.
We're,
No.
we're more professional.
But it was with ASIN, um, like 2 Gorilla Lives and the performance on the community stage. We knew that it wasn't going to be anything with like a crazy big crowd, which really leads for more crowd interaction, I would argue, because there are less people. You can really connect with the crowd, especially this year with 6 Idolmaster Seiyu going to ASIN. There were a lot of Idol fans that were going, so I knew that the Wota crowd would really pull through for us. And you know, they are so forgiving. They could hear the same song 6 times in a row and still go just as crazy every single time. So that was a real, like, it was very reassuring to know that there was like and the thing is, like, so many idols are, I think, really hung up on being perfect. If you mess up, how are they gonna know? How is anyone gonna know?
Yeah.
And live music is truly about like how you react. Like live music is never perfect. I mean, there are
No.
very little artists I know that sound like what they're producing, and for the most part they only sound like that because they're folk singers and the songs aren't heavily like
Yeah.
messed with in any way. So it's like
Or if it's like
we know
Broadway
you're gonna be
level,
imperfect. Yeah, like if you're like
it's
on
like,
Broadway, you're gonna sound like that.
yeah, but that's like a big thing, is that that imperfection is really, it leads for more of a connection with the audience, because they're like, oh well, you're just like a normal person.
Right.
You're not like a global superstar, and you're just a normal guy. It's that is definitely what we fell back on, because it just makes things so much easier than really focusing on perfection and like wearing yourself out and burning yourself out is not worth it when the energy you get from the crowd is going to be the same regardless.
For sure. I mean, with 3 performances, 1 hallway, the official idol showcase, and then the sunset stage that you organized, with that. So 3 different crowds, I guess. With the Gorilla Live and the idol showcase, like, what was there like any difference performing with those crowds?
I don't know if I would say there was. The location, so the idol showcase was on the community stage, which is right outside of the like dealer's room, the cosplay meetup area, and the arcade. So a lot of people walk through that area, but also where we did the hallway live is next to kind of a hallway that you have to go through to get to panel rooms, which also leads for a lot of foot traffic. So I think there were a lot of people that just like hung around and listened, and it was, I do think that there was a more dedicated crowd at the idol showcase, because that was on the schedule. So more people knew when that was going to be, knew where it was going to be, whereas like Gorilla Lives that weekend, so I've been going to ASIN for a long time, and they've had the same layout for years and years, and then this year suddenly they decided to do registration in a completely different place, and so that we were all like, oh no, this is where we wanted to do this thing, now we have to completely figure out a new plan. But with the nature of Gorilla Lives, like, you have to figure out on the fly. But like, there have been so many Gorilla Lives at ASIN in that location for years and years and years and years. That is like sacred ground for Gorilla Lives at ASIN. So that, and the AV setup was definitely different. We kind of went with what we had in the hallway, but you know, it's better than nothing.
It's true.
The community stage also didn't have a stage monitor.
That was hard.
There was no
That
speaker
hard.
on the stage, so I was like, hey, can we tilt one of the speakers towards the stage so I can hear myself and I can hear the music that I need to be singing? Yeah, ASIN is like really behind on idol programming, and I'm really hoping that things get better there, because it's like the biggest con in the Midwest. It's in the top like 5 biggest cons in the US. There's so many amazing performers in the Midwest and people that travel to go to ASIN. I think last year Meowgical Rosie traveled from Scotland to ASIN and performed at ASIN on the community stage. And like, there is like, and then all of the people that came this year for Idolmaster, there is a huge idol community that is willing to support idol programming at ASIN. And that's just been a thing that people know about ASIN. Like, they're just, I don't think ASIN does not like idol programming, and I hope that changes genuinely. But yeah, and
Yeah. No, like, segueing from that, even because we held the Garage Live Sunset stage, and it was very interesting to see how many people would show up for that, outside of, because we weren't physically in the convention, so it wasn't like we really caught people walking through the hallway who could just walk over. We caught like fully like people maybe going to their cars. I think we probably annoyed more people than we entertained, if I'm being honest, because there were multiple times that a car would try to leave. There was a car right next to our makeshift stage that I was like, guys, everybody get out of the way, like, they're trying to leave.
this car needs to go. We're fully in the
Yeah.
parking garage.
Oh yeah, but also, like, when you have instances like that, then the random, like, mother who comes up to you at the end of the stage who says, like, oh my gosh, you guys did so good, like, this is so cool, like, how do I learn more about this? Or even like the teenage boys who are hanging down from the top of the parking garage staring at
A
us,
bunch
like,
of like
is cooler
teenagers
to witness that, because it is like, oh, these people know nothing, they might not even be at the convention, they might just be here for the mall, or they might be here for a myriad of reasons, and they're enjoying our music, and they're witnessing what an idol is, and they're entertained, whether they're being a teenage boy and being dumb from 2 flights of stairs up, or it's a mother who's trying to get to her car at the end of the day and is like, wow, you guys are really good, like, what is this, how do I learn more? Or if it's the drunk con goer who's looking for a place to hang out, you know, it's very cool to just see all of those people interact and kind of become an audience, and it's very cool to, like, witness people's first time learning what an idol is in that way too.
I really wanted to do like a bigger event, like a bigger gorilla event like Sunset Stage at ASIN, because there is no bigger idol events at ASIN. And like, idol nightlife is truly unmatched. I pulled Sunset Stage out of nowhere in like 3 days with like a camping battery and a dream. The light setup is from my dad. I borrowed from my dad. We had the Midwest Wodage community provide the audio interface setup, which was amazing, and just like, it was truly like, I felt when I do Gorilla Lives like that, and like Anikura, stuff like that, I feel like a kid again. I'm like, this is so fun. I'm so free. We're all being silly. Like, an Uma Musume song comes on and we all run around in a circle like little horsies. And I think it's so fun. And it really is just like, about the community and about that turnout was so much more than I ever could have expected. I expected like 4 people to show up, and we had so many people come, and I it was amazing. It was so much fun. I think out of the 3 performances we did at ASIN, Sunset Stage was absolutely my favorite by far. There was just like such a sense of community, and really it showed that there is a desire for events like that in the Midwest, because you know the East Coast gets a lot of love from What a Suns Frontieras, who we love. West Coast gets a lot of love from Idols as well. And Chicago is the 3rd biggest city. It's New York and Los Angeles and Chicago, and people there, it's kind of a meme, especially on like VTuber Twitter, where people just kind of complain that there are no events in the Midwest. And you know, I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, well, if events aren't just gonna happen out of nowhere. Like, there has to be an effort to be put into run an event. And I know that there are some lovely idols in the Chicago area and in the Midwest that do put on events, and you know, have been doing so for a while. But it's always good to have more events. And again, with my audacity, I'm like, I could do this. And like, you know, when we put together Sunset Stage, my partner came to me and was like, I really didn't think that you would be able to do this. Like, you really put next to no planning into this, and it turned out so well. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Now imagine what we could do with more planning.
I am so type A that like I go on vacation and I'm planning every minute of every day. Imagine what I could do if I had put more effort into this. But even then, just it was very Chica Idol. Just like, we're just gonna have a live on the parking garage because we want to. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. And obviously, it would have not happened without any of the other performers, without the Midwest Wodage community. It would not have happened without any of the people that showed up. But with all of those things working together, it was, oh my god, it was so much fun. And I really hope that more people do things like that at cons, because like, yeah, there's the opportunity that it might get shut down. The cops might be like, oh, well, you're being too loud. But you just kind of have to go with the flow and have fun while you can. You know, I know that in that same parking garage is where the Midwest Wodage community does their Anikura outside for ASEN. And that's kind of where I got the idea for the location, because they did it there last year and this year. And I was like, okay, well, you know, people are kind of rowdy for Anikura as well. So who's to say that we can't have a performance there? And it was just the energy. The energy was immaculate. It was so much fun.
I mean, like, from the video that you sent, and like from the IG stories that I saw during that time, everyone was having fun. So
it was so much fun. Oh my god. Like, I had people come up to me and they were just like, please do this again. I want you to do this again. Like, please do this again at ASA next year, or do this again at another Midwestern con. And I'm like, okay, sure. I was gonna return that camping battery. Like, I got it on Amazon. I was just gonna return it. But I'm like, I guess I have to keep it now. Make use out of it.
Yeah. Stage 2.
Stage 2.
So, did you have anything that you want to add on?
No, like that. Bitty summed it up perfectly. Like, it was so much fun. At the end of the day, it was just like something that was fun. Like, that was the most important thing that we cared about. And even people who were like stressed, because I know a few of our performers were very nervous about it, because of our very like you know, it is a Gorilla Live, so it's like very thrown together. But even like some of the performers stressed afterwards, like I was talking to them and they're like, no, like that was perfect. Like you did this so well. I don't know how like it turned out so fun and so like perfect. Like we were all hanging out up there until like 2 in the morning.
Oh my god, it was late. Yeah.
It was crazy, but it was so much fun, and I think it really like I think it brought over the vibe that I see a lot on the East Coast of idol performances out here. It really brought that vibe to the Midwest, and something I said at the end of the thing was like, we have LA, like Bitty said, we have LA, who has a huge idol scene, and like the entire West Coast has a huge idol scene. You have like Kirameki palettes up in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, and then you like all the way down to Southern California with Asayoru Maid Cafe. Like you have so much up and down, and we're starting to build that over here. I mean, you had Pengy Party yesterday in Florida. We host Woda Sans Frontiers hosts events in New York City like every week.
All the time
24/7. They actually never stop. We love you guys. And then, you know, I am hearing noise of people hoping to bring some of that to Boston and New England. And so, you know, it is great to slowly see that and to kind of be a part of that coming into the Midwest. And with Bitty and I being so far from each other, and we kind of like play ping pong with our performances back and forth of like where we're going to perform. It is very cool to be a part of that help growing Chicago and hopefully more areas in the Midwest of people like going to more idol events. And I would love, like I said at the end of Sunset Stage, I'd love to see what we have on the East Coast come here, because I know it's possible. Like it's not going to happen overnight, and it's going to take a lot of work, but I know it's fully possible, and I know that the idols here are dedicated to do it. I mean, you have Vivaria, who just hosted their first one man.
Amazing.
They're awesome. I love those two guys.
Love Vivaria.
And like you see them, they hosted their first one man. You have other Chicago idols, Jenny Bond, the icon. We have Rosie Chu. Like there are so many idols in Chicago who I cannot wait to see like performing at more events. I mean, people that I don't even know. I was saying this to somebody, like there are so many idols in Chicago, and because I'm not in the scene, I don't know them that well because I'm mostly on the East Coast, but there are so many. Like you'd be surprised to find out how many there really are in the Midwest, because you think of idols, you think of West Coast and now East Coast, but there's a good amount in the Midwest, and so I cannot wait to see and be a part of that, just that growing. And I think Sunset Stage really showed off that like we can get there.
Chlo was Midwestern by proxy.
Hey, I was born in Arizona. My mom is from Colorado. Technically,
you've been all over the place.
Colorado the Midwest.
You're just all over the place.
My dad's from Detroit. That's the Midwest.
Yeah, like the Midwest scene, definitely. Having been in the Midwest scene for a while, it's really starting to like catch some heat and catch up with events. And Midwestern idols, it's very much the Midwestern mentality, really, like completely, like a lot of with the World Cup just happening and people being all over the place and like they're like, people in the Midwest are really nice, like why are y'all so nice? And it just is that's just how it is here. Like everyone just wants to be friends and everyone just wants to hang out and just like drink a beer on the porch and watch the tornado go by, because we've had 150 tornadoes in Illinois over the last 5 months. So
it's not actually 150, right?
No,
gross
no,
exaggeration.
Is that many?
I wish it was. I wish it was.
Guys, I'm scared to go to Chicago next week.
No, it should be fine. The tornado the other day was in Springfield. It's fine. People in the Midwest are so nice, and it's just like, and I think that with it being, because people joke that's like, oh, it's called the Midwest for a reason, and like,
Skyline
I'm like,
chili,
okay,
mid.
like, yeah, there's not much else to do out here, but that's like all the more reason to like do stuff and pull events together and, you know, make things happen. And yeah, the Midwest is pretty big, but you know, I think that with Bavaria and Eclectic Idol Collective do hosting events. I know that their event earlier this year, the Affection Refraction in Chicago, was a huge success for them, and that really catching that wave and riding that success is there's a community here, and there are a lot of idol fans here. The
a
Wotage
lot of
scene,
VTuber fans. A
a
lot of
VTuber fans.
And if there's one thing I know, it's that VTuber fans become idol fans.
Yeah, it's the pipeline.
It's the pipeline.
They just need a little push.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's me because of Pomu, so.
Yep.
Yes.
A lot of
Pomu.
people. Pomu was the push from VTubers to Idol Pipeline. If it's not Love Live, it's VTubers. Honestly, like,
oh my gosh, I don't even know if she knows the extent at which
of
like,
her impact.
Yeah.
impact is, because I really hope she does, because it's been crazy the amount of people I know that knew who Pomu was, and from her talking about even just like Call and Mix, immediately were just like,
Yeah.
oh, like this is interesting, I want to
Call
get
and
into
Mix
this. And
exploded because of her. Like, I remember
Wotage even, like a lot of like, I mean, obviously the Wotage groups also made it huge, but I think like her discussing it made it like it blew up.
I performed at a convention, and I had someone reach out on Instagram before the performance, and they were like, "Oh, do you need people to mix at your performance?" And I thought that they meant like mix the audio. I was like, no, like I already did that. Like, what? And they were like, no, like this. And I was like, oh wait, that's so cool. Like it's so silly. It's so like, I make the joke every time I go to Anikura or I go to an idol event. It's like so-called free thinkers when they hear the predictable like idol chants. It is the pattern recognition seeking that's like, you hear like a 16 bar like instrumental and you're like, I could throw a Kahen-san remix in there. It's just like,
it's bad nowadays. Like there are like, I'll be listening to just a regular like fully English song and I'm like, oh that, like I can mix to that, like I can throw in a mix right here right now.
You know, people joke that that's like a, what's it, Sweet Caroline is like the American equivalent of Call and Mix.
Yeah.
It is like, it really is like, the pattern recognition is so real that it's just like, you can turn your brain off, and it really is like, once you start learning Call and Mix, it is really intimidating because there is a lot going on, and like a lot of people are screaming the same thing, and it kind of sounds like people speaking in tongues. Like I had said that about like Sunset Stage. I was like, if people don't know what's going on, they would think we were a cult. Like this is really like,
Yeah.
but like once you get the hang of it, you can mix to anything. It's so easy. It's so, learning mix lets the Yakai soul possess you. It's true. It just like takes over.
Yeah, it really does.
Because when you brought up Call and Mix, I remember, yeah, Chlo, it was your set at Edikai Volume 2 and watching it live, and you did Diamond City Lights. Oh my god!
Yes!
And it got the crowd going. Like at the end.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that song. So like performing that song was such a big deal because I had done it as a cosplayer before. I did the dance to it. Otakon, was that 2025? Otakon 2025.
Yes, yeah.
And so when I was like thinking about songs to learn, and I remember that room was so insane because we had been like, oh, like nobody's gonna show up, and you know that's always the issue when you say nobody's gonna show up, at like the entire city of DC is showing up to your thing. But we were like, oh, like I don't think that many people are gonna show up. I turn around, like, because you have to get to your set at Otakon when you have an Idol Space stage about like 15 minutes beforehand. Most of the time they want you to get there like while the set before you is getting on. And so we're sitting there, I'm getting ready, I'm just typing on my phone. And I turn around, and the sheer amount of people, I was like, and I had a friend tell me that they could hear the mix from like 2 floors down.
That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me.
And so that was just like, that experience was so much fun, and I was like, I need to do this song. And now I make a joke about it. The first set that I actually haven't done it was Idol Village, but now I make a joke about it that I have to do that like every time I perform, just because the song itself is so much fun. It is impossible. I know Alira was talking about, she was like, this song, I think she was doing a karaoke, and she was like, why is this song so hard? Because it is so hard, but it is like one of the funnest songs to sing, especially when you get the crowd going, and I look out and everybody's just doing like shenanigans. I mean, there's a point where they all get on the floor, and I'm just like, I think the first time I did it at Anikai, I saw everybody get on the floor, and I was like, what are we doing on the floor,
Watching
guys?
people do Chikage is so odd. It is so, like, the first time because we didn't really have, or like the only Anikura was like, they did some in Chicago, and it's like a 4-hour drive from St. Louis. Like, I would have loved to have gone to them, but it is just like, I hate driving. That drive from St. Louis to Chicago is so boring. It's corn the whole way. It is mind-numbing. And like, so the first time I ever really got to do or witness Anikura in person was at ANYC 2024. And I was just like in awe. I was like sitting on the side of the room, just like the Hamtaro theme song came on, and everyone's running in a circle. And I'm like, how do you guys all know what to do? It's like line dancing, but like to the extreme. And I was like, this is so silly. It is so silly. And like, I think I went to Castle Point, and one of the highlights of my con from Castle Point was Anikura, because it was just like, I don't know, I think it's an Utage song, Chlo, you might, or Festive, where everybody runs, goes to one side, and then they go to the other side, and then they go to the other side, and then they spin around.
Yeah, that's a Festive song.
I was like, again, like, so-called free thinkers when an Anikura song comes on. But I was like, I feel like a kid. I feel like this is so fun. I'm having the time of my life. It was so much fun. I just love being silly. It's just, Wotage Chikage is so silly, and it just makes me so happy.
I mean, like, seeing, or well, hearing Colin mix for the first time in a live crowd really was like, oh my god, this is cool. And
when the whole room is doing it, it is like deafeningly loud, but in like the best way possible.
And coming from like a Love Live background, where like mix is not okay in a Love Live whatsoever. So like when you come from a Love Live background, you've been to Love Live lives, and then you go to that, you're like, there's a whole world that I haven't even like entered yet, and this is so much fun. And so like going from that to witnessing like actual mix for the first time in a room with people like actually participating and it being the whole room doing it, it's so amazing. It's so cool as a performer.
And like right before Otakon last year, when you did that, it was actually a year ago today, Aqua had their first day of their finale live, and Chlo and I got to go together, which is like another part of why like Aqua is so important to us as a duo. Is like that was just such an incredible experience, being able to see through the tears the entire time, that in real life. And like Love Live has their very specific like calls for the songs, and the day, I think it was day 2, they did, or one of the end, like the last songs, they did like the ending song, and at one point they like shut the music off because everyone is singing, like it's just the audience singing. I have chills. It is like, but we're all like snotty and sobbing and sweating because it's June in Saitama in the Balluna Dome,
Oh my
And
god. And they use the Baluna Dome where it's fully outside. So have fun. Good luck.
but it's it's just so, it was amazing. It was so, and obviously that is on an infinitesimal scale, like compared to like the idle space room at Otakon, but it is really like two sides of the same coin. It's the same, we're all there together, we all have the same, like, we know what we're doing, and it's just a very community building experience. It was just so, it's so fun. It's just so much fun. I keep saying that over and over and over again, but there really is no other way to explain it. I just love idols, and it's just so, it's so good. It's so good and wholesome and sweet, and it's just it's so good and fun. It's so good and fun, and I have
Words are hard.
words are hard.
Words are hard.
Words are hard.
But yeah, I mean, Call Mix brings everyone together,
Yes.
and yeah, with the WOTA and the idols.
Yes.
Especially at
We wouldn't have idols without Woto. We wouldn't have Woto without idols. It's like a
two-way street.
symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. Going back to ASEN, you performed 2 different songs for 3 of the sets.
Yes.
Showcase, Gorilla, Hallway, Gorilla, Sunset, which were
Yes.
Deep Resonance by Aqua and Odore by IDOLEYEZ. How did you
Yes.
decide on both songs to be on your set?
Deep Resonance. It's the Yohane Center. I am very predictable. It's a good song.
It's a
Actually,
good
while we were in Japan, in Numazu, like the town that Love Live Sunshine takes place in, they had this little fortune machine, and like you pull it out, you put like 100 yen in there, and you pull out a little fortune, and it tells you like your lucky song. And mine was Deep Resonance.
Wait, I didn't know that. That gave me chills,
Yeah.
actually.
And then like that was like right before finale, and then they didn't do it at finale, and I was like,
Oh no!
that's kind of rude.
You
And
got got by
so-
the fortune.
Oh my god, I was pissed. But I was like, you know, it's such a crowd pleaser. It's such a hype song. That was like, we really wanted to do songs that would get the crowd hyped. And Odore is definitely one of those songs. IDOLEYEZ is a duo of Aisu from iLife and Kolne from Nonfic. And Aisu is my iLife Oshi. And just all of the IDOLEYEZ songs are so hype. They're so fun. And they're already duo songs, so we don't have to play around with the like line distribution from a 9-member song to a 2-member song. I was like, hey, I think when Chlo and I decided that we wanted to do stuff for ASEN, I have this massive like 200 video playlist on my like on YouTube of like, I find a duo song and I just throw it in there. And I was like, here's my big old playlist. And then I was like, here's some specifically that I really like. And Odore was on there. And I don't know if, Chlo, if you had really listened to IDOLEYEZ before then, and you were like, wait, this rules. I love this. I'm also some of my favorite songs, and it's like a very, what's the word? Like predictable thing about my idol music taste is I love towel songs. A lot of my favorite songs are towel songs, and Odore is a towel song. And it's so easy because it also, like, for the lazy people, it really reduces the amount of choreography you have to learn when you're just swinging a towel around. So it was just, it's so much fun. And when we had originally applied for the community stage at ASEN, you have to apply for like a full hour slot. So we had like a bunch of songs lined up that we were like, okay, well, if we get in, this is the set we're going to learn. And then narrowing that down for the Guerrilla Lives and for the Idol Showcase, we were like, okay, let's pick two. Have to do an Aqua song. That's a given. And then let's pick another song that is going to kind of match the energy of Deep Resonance, because there were a lot of other songs that we really liked. There was like a song from Piki, was also another duo. Like, you know, their songs are really fun, but it just doesn't match that energy. We needed something that would mesh well with Deep Resonance, and I think Odore is so much fun to do. I think that, like, I think Odore is probably one of my favorite songs that I have ever performed as an idol, because it's just so much fun.
I turned to Bitty the first time we performed it, like after, and I remember being like, originally, because I was like, oh, we should perform this a lot, because we wanted to make like kind of like a core few songs that we have on hand, so that, like, you know, if an opportunity were to randomly pop up with like, hey, somebody dropped out next week, can you pop in? Sure. Like, we have like these 3 songs that we know well, and when I first heard Odore, I was like, this needs to be one of those songs. And the first time we performed it, I was so giddy, because it's just so fun.
It's so fun.
It's so much fun, and you get to do the little like winging your towel around, and it's so much fun. And the song's about dancing and just having like, it's basically just a song about dance, and so it's just like, oh, this is awesome, this is great, this is so much fun. And then with Deep Resonance, that song, from like me being like a vocal nerd perspective, I love that song because it's just so vocally interesting. It's so interesting. We're stuck between that and Sakura Saku Kokoro Saku, which is another Aqua song from their game that they only ever perform once at finale, and we decided against that song because we were like, we will probably both cry if we do this song.
Oh yeah,
so we probably should not do this song.
Absolutely. They performed that song and Deep Blue, both from the Yohane the Parhelion game, for the first time at finale, and when they pulled that out, first and last time, and they pulled that out, and I remember like looking at my partner sitting next to me, and I'm like, are they really doing this? Are they really doing this song right now? This is amazing. Oh my god. And I mean, there's 100 million Aqua songs that I want to cover. But, you know, especially since I am a Yohane Oshi and Chlo is a Mari Oshi, it's very Guilty Kiss coded without being Guilty Kiss. So it's just it's just an easy crowd pleaser, and it was already like my karaoke song, so I was like, I already know this song like the back of my hand. Like,
let's just have fun.
It's just so much fun.
Well, watching you guys perform for the first time with the video you guys sent. No, wait, even before that, when I was requesting B-roll from Nova, and Nova sent me the showcase from ASEN. I saw your set for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing you guys perform for the first time. It was great to see Deep Resonance. That's like way after I got into Aqua, so I was like, this is new, this is good. And then Odore. Finding out about Odore, and then the towel choreo, because I am still new into Chica Idol, or like that tier of idol. So I was like, this is cool.
It's so fun. I highly recommend iCole. It is so much fun. Like, iLife is like has gotten a lot more popular recently for good reason. Like with their like call-in mix and like idol starter pack songs, and they're so much fun, but they're also like very cutesy quintessential idol, and iCole is so like cool and like fun, and it's like watching them do it on stage, they are both just like giddy. They are so excited. They're jumping around, and it's just so good. I know that Peachy from Estella is also a big fan of Isu and of iCole, and I remember, I think she had tweeted about like, oh my gosh, this iCole song is on my like need to perform list, and I'm like, oh my god, you're so right. iCole is so good.
Yeah, Peachy got me like heroin's pilled.
Yes,
so, like,
yes,
yes.
I love Peachy. Peachy and I are both Chisato Liela Oshi, and so if somebody has the same Oshi as me, and like then they introduce me to something else, I'm like, I can trust you. You have good taste.
Yeah, good set for your first time as a duo. Segueing into that, might as well talk about future slash retrospect. I'm gonna ask the both of you, what would you consider your favorite performance that you've done as? I'm gonna leave that as soloist or as Revolie.
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna have one for each because I feel like I can't choose between. It's like choosing between your children. You're not allowed to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You can't have a favorite child. If
No.
there's something I've learned in life, you're not allowed to do that. For Reveille, so far it was definitely Sunset Stage. Just like the vibes being so immaculate and what they are.
Agreed.
However, I do hope we top that eventually because I want to see how far we can go. I'm always reach for the stars, land on the moon. Like I want to see how far we can go. So my goal eventually is to top that. But
Yes.
that set and that just like everything about it was so great. All the performers we had were amazing. So that performance itself, and I think you can even tell like we're so excited to be there.
Mm-hmm.
My personal favorite solo set or favorite solo song that I've ever done, which is in my favorite solo set, I love Utage so much, and I got to do Party High at Idol Village Volume 4. And I made a joke. I was like, okay, guys, all I need is a 4-minute set from here on out. I will be doing Party High and nothing else. Don't contact me about any other sets. I will be doing Party High. It is recorded. You have the audio. Feel free to call me whenever you want. I will be here. And but it's such a fun song to perform. I mean the other songs I performed that set were Taco Takeover, which is a Ninome Inanis, my Oshi Hololive Oshi, and that song is so fun and so hype, and it's got so many different like vibes to it. I did Party High, I did Shidare Yanagi by Festive. I also adore that song. The first time I heard it, I was like, this is a great song. And then I did SPNV by Mary Bad Tune. Mary Bad Tune is my favorite Chica Idol group ever. I originally didn't think they were going to be when I first like started listening to them, and now it's been a few months, and I'm like, okay, no, they're my favorite. So that performance was so much fun, but I know that Bitty and I can recreate something that's so much fun, and I know in the future there's going to be something that's better than both of those combined. I feel like.
I definitely agree for Reveille Sunset Stage. Absolutely. Like, yeah, we did the same set for 3 performances that weekend, but it was just like the third time's the charm really just took the cake. It was so much fun. Solo, I want to say it is a very hard tie between Idol Village Volume 2. My set was Shiny Days, Pop Into by Bikomachi, and then Aquarium by Aqua. And then at Castle Point Anime Convention this year, I performed my original song ahead of the release. I think it was like 2 weeks ahead of the release. And so that was really fun. But I also did the Idol song from Rhythm Heaven. Thrilling Is This Love. I love Rhythm Heaven. I love rhythm games. Rhythm Heaven on the Switch comes out like next month. I'm so excited.
It's very close.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm so excited. I love Rhythm Heaven, and that was I could not pick a song for the life of me to do for Castle Point other than originally because the reason I went to Castle Point was Say It Again, Love Live,
Love
Say
Live,
You.
Say
And just happened to catch the applications for the Idol Fest while they were open and just like threw that in there. But since Yuina was there, I wanted to do one of her solo songs from Liela, because she's an incredible performer. It's so funny because she is best friends with my Aqua Oshi, with Aikyan, who voices Yohane. They, in real life, they are best friends. They are so cute. They are always together. It's so much fun. And when I was in Japan last year for Aqua Finale, we also saw Leala's Sixth Live in Osaka. And we were day 2 right around where the carts come around. And Yuina came around and she did hearts at me. And I was like, I will follow you to the ends of the earth. Thank you, ma'am. And so I really wanted to do a song of hers. And then I'm like, no, I want some like crowd pleaser water killer song. And the whole point of that song in the game is to do the calls. And it's a short song and it's in English, so I was like, why not? I really like this song. But oh my god, it was so much fun. But yeah, those two are definitely tied, but I genuinely think that Sunset Stage tops those. Like, I cannot explain the energy. It was just like, oh my god, it was so good. It was peak.
So, Sunset Stage for the both of you as Revolie, with, I guess, some desire to actually top that someday.
Yes.
With that, how often do you want to perform as a duo?
I would love to perform as much as we can. We are closer now than
Every day. No, I'm kidding.
when I was in St. Louis, it was further and more expensive for us to get together and to perform, but like it's a lot cheaper now and closer, and so we do have some performances lined up, at least 2, I think, for the rest of the year. More maybe. Who knows? Just kind of go with the flow. I would love to perform as a duo as much as possible. It's so much fun to be able to play off another person. Because it also, like, performing solo is really scary. Because you're just like up on stage by yourself. But having somebody else there physically, and also like only having to sing half of the song is pretty nice. I can't lie.
It's great. It's great. No, I think if we could do, like, if we weren't limited by life and like existing like, if I wouldn't cry performing every weekend, because that would be a lot, I would do it every weekend. But I think like a big goal would be maybe like once a month, once every 2 months, especially with us being so far from each other. It is logistically hard. Luckily, with like the way that my life works, Chicago is very easy to get to for me. It's both very easy to get to, and it is en route to visiting my family. So a lot of the times I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go visit my family, or like, oh, especially like next weekend we have a performance. Originally Bitty was like, oh, do you want to do this? I was like, oh, let me look into it. And I was like, oh, you know what? Why don't I stop in Chicago on the way to visit my family for like a week in the summer? I ended up working out, so it's nice with the logistics of it being so close. So I mean, I would love to perform so much.
Yeah.
I love being on stage. I love singing. But like logistically, I would say a big goal would be like once every 2 months, once every month, if we could.
I would love to do more. I am several years older than Chlo is, and I sure feel it in my bones all the time. I was dead for several days after ASEN. Oh my god. I
got on my plane after ASEN, and Bitty goes, don't contact me for like 24 hours. I like, and it wasn't even like out of hatred. It was just like, I will not respond to you.
I need to not exist for 24 hours. I need to like lay in bed all day. But I want like, and that's another reason why I would love to do more events in Chicago, because I I don't have to fly. I don't have to get a hotel for it. I can just do it. But, you know, I do have a lot of friends on the East Coast. I have so much fun on the East Coast. I love performing on the East Coast. So that is inevitable that it will happen.
The West Coast would be so fun one day.
Oh my gosh.
That would be
I
a
would
lot
love
of fun
to.
one day.
Please come
Someone
here.
hit us up.
Please.
Hit us up. I would love to come to the West Coast.
I don't want to go like to the other
I grew
side,
up in
but, yeah.
growing up in between San Diego and Arizona. I have such a love for the West Coast. So I did see there was an Arizona Idol event, and I almost reached out
saw
to them
that.
to be like, "Hey, I will come back just for this one thing." But no, I like Chicago, we want to grow, but like I would still love opportunities on both coasts. It would be so cool to fly out to the West Coast, whether it be
Yeah.
like Pacific Northwest area or SoCal or anything in between. That would be so cool.
I also have like a big love for the Edmonton Idol community, for the Alberta Idol community. They go so hard.
They do.
It is so much fun. It unlike anything, and I think it's because they're in the middle of nowhere that they're just like, we're just gonna be crazy and we're just gonna have so much fun at Animathon. They have like Animathon gets killer guests every year, and every year at their like music fest where the guests perform, they have to make an announcement of no Peacock fans. Because I think every Canadian Wota has a Peacock fan, and they're like, please don't use them. No. It is so much fun. It's a lot cheaper for me to get to Edmonton now than it was in St. Louis too. But I have so much going on in August that I'm like, Animathon, I need you to not pull anyone good this year.
Oh no.
I love you, Edmonton. I love you, Alberta Idols. My wallet says no. Please.
Oh. Knock on wood. What if they get like Johanna? Or...
That she was there 2024 and I was there.
Well, what if hopefully they get her back? Maybe.
I
don't
would love
know.
to. I would love to go. Last year they had it was Juna who is the singing voice of oh my god, what's her name from Macross?
Oh,
Mikumo. She's the singing voice of Mikumo from Macross Delta. They had Maine, who is the singing voice of Cheryl from Macross Frontier. And then they had all three girls of Claris, who does the Madoka Magica opening. They had
wait, they
Asaka.
had all three?
All three of them. They had Asaka, who sings
rare.
Shiny Days, the Eurocamp opening. And then I think they also had a visual K band. Animathon goes crazy.
Yeah.
It is absolute. And then I think the year before they had it was Aika Kobayashi. They had Nakashima Yuki, who is in Roselia, Bang Dream, and she's in Project Sekai. Sally Amaki was there, who's in 22/7. And then they also had Myth and Royd there, and Konomi Suzuki, who does openings for ReZero as well. Animathon, I don't know where they get this budget. It is so much fun. My wallet cannot handle it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. If you can get to Animathon, highly recommend. It is. It's like it's a smaller con. It is like 15,000 people maybe. Like it's on the smaller side. It is genuinely like some of the most fun I've ever had at a convention. It's so great. The Alberta Idol community is truly unlike no other. They are so amazing and sweet. It is just so much fun. And like once you go to one con there, you are like considered one of them. It is like, oh my gosh, it's so much fun.
Yeah. I've been meaning to have like some of the idols from the Edmonton scene and like most of the Vancouver scene as well on the show.
Yes.
Maybe that'll be in the future. Mate
They're so
Sayu,
cool.
if you are watching, I want you on the show.
I love Sayu.
Yes.
I love
She's so cute.
Sayu.
So cute.
She's so sweet. She's so sweet. I love her. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
That seems cool.
Yeah. Not this year, please.
Moving forward, we are halfway into the year. What are some goals you would like to achieve before the year ends?
I need to improve my stamina, that's for sure. That is something I would love to work on. You know, I just want to perform more. I just want to meet more people. I just I just want to have fun. I'm just here to vibe. I'm just here to have a good time.
I would say my biggest goal before the year ends would probably be to have some sort of performance in New England would be my goal. Like there's so much going on in New York, there's so much going on in the surrounding tri-state area and downwards and DC, but I want to perform at something up here. It would just be very cool to perform in something up here before the end of the year, so that would be cool if something like that happens. Other than that, is it a goal to be like take care of my voice so that it remains stable? Like I do want to be careful about everything.
Yeah.
I am the type of person who will go into a performance and not warm up, which is a bad idea.
Whoa.
Don't say as I do and not as I say.
Yeah. Me
but
and
that is one of my goals.
yeah, like I know that like I especially throughout ASIN performing 3 times and being the closers for Sunset Stage, I can't see a Woda pit and not join in.
Got it.
It's true. And then it ruins your voice.
And then it ruins
now
your
I gotta
voice.
get on stage.
Yep. That was a
Yeah.
terrible idea. But I can't. It calls to me. It's like the sirens call.
Green Goblin.
Literally, yeah. It's like it. Yeah. I take better care of my voice for sure. I sometimes remember to warm up. Sometimes. Yeah. I just want to do more. I just want to do more stuff.
I agree.
I would love to have a Revolie original song as well. If that happens before the end of the year, awesome. If it doesn't, that's cool. But I'm not, you know, I'm going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just here for a good time.
I see. So
Revolie original song would be like, I would say that's just a big overarching goal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
whenever that may be, I will definitely appreciate it tenfold.
We've been chatting about it, so it is a concept.
There have been whisperings.
Since we do have a lot of idols watch the show, what is some general advice you would want to tell everyone watching?
Ooh.
Host more events. Do more guerrilla events. Do it. All you need is a speaker and a wireless mic. Just do it. You don't need anything fancy.
I would say to not ever give up on anything. I know like a lot of the times it feels very hard, and I know like from my experience even like events can be very selective with who they choose, and it can feel like, I mean, for lack of a better word, it can feel like the world is ending when you don't get to perform at something that you're really looking forward to. But at the end of the day, learning how to take that in stride and how to improve from it, whether you're the type of person who wants that con feedback or whether you're the type of person who is like, actually, no, like I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna improve, I know what I need to do, I would say just don't give up on it, because I have seen in the past people try to, and people, you know, rejection, I think somebody said like rejection is redirection. Like rejection sucks. It's awful.
It
We've
sucks.
all
It's
been
never
there.
fun.
Oh, it's never fun. It feels sometimes like it feels like the world is ending. It feels awful, but at the end of the day, like I promise there's a space for you. For every single type of idol, there is a space for you. Whether you want to be the super ultra, I'm following Chica idols and I want to be like them, or whether you're super alternative, um, or you're like any type of idol that you want to be, there is a space for you. So please, I don't want to see anybody ever give up. And we will make more spaces for you guys.
Yes.
I
Like,
promise.
and if you can't find that space, or you're having trouble like getting into that space and getting accepted into performances, do your own events. Like,
Exactly. DIY. If there's something that I've learned, it's that if there's not space for you, you have to create it for yourself, and you can do that.
yes.
And people will
Yes.
come, people will show up.
Yes. It's like people do that with like busking on the streets. That's
Yeah.
what people do all the time. It's been happening forever. You just have to do it. And it's scary. But like, I don't it's there we need a more like diverse pool of idols. I think that is everyone has something different to bring to the table, and that is worth sharing, and that is worth celebrating for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of idols in the world, all around the world, and like
Yes.
a lot of them have different concepts, and a lot of them bring like Sherry Ife, get well soon, but like she is like probably the most unique out of everyone in the Kaiga idol scene.
She is like my Kamiyoshi for Kaigai idols. I love her. I think that she's so cool. She's just like very, and like as someone that, you know, I'm really into a lot of different Japanese fashion styles and subcultures. She really embodies the gyaru mindset of like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. I don't care what anybody else says. I am gonna do my own thing because it makes me happy. I think she really, really embodies that mindset. And she's so cool. Her music is so good.
She's so cool.
She's so cool. Like when I learned that she was performing in Idol Stage Volume 2 as well with me, I was like, "Are you sure? Me? Are you sure?" I lost my mind. I had like a imposter syndrome tiny breakdown over it, but you know, I love her. I think she's so cool.
Yeah, she honestly,
She's so cool.
the both times I had her on the show, it's probably she is great to talk to about everything.
She's so much fun to talk to. I love her. I love her so much.
I guess that goes into like my question about who in the Kaiga idol scene you look up to. So, Cherry Ife for Bitty, unless there's
Cherry Ife
any
for
other
sure.
more people
Yeah.
that you look up to. Talk about
Also,
that.
Paida. Paida also just absolutely like destroys everything she does. She was at NakaCon earlier this year. And she's just, her vocals are insane. And that was even after she was recovering from an injury. She's just such an amazing performer. Her music is amazing. She's incredible. And she's so silly. She's just so funny. I love her. Her sense of humor is so funny. She very much is the, like, she's just a normal person kind of idol. Like, she's so much fun. And then also, like, just all of my friends. I look up to all of my friends so much. I have so many friends in the idol community that are always doing amazing things, and like just getting to see them grow, just it makes me happy. I look up to my friends so much. They are genuinely one of my biggest inspirations, just to keep going, and getting to perform on the same stage as them is just so, it's just such an honor. It's so much fun.
Well, what about you?
So I would say there's like different categories. I think if we're talking like huge inspiration, like bigger idol wise, I would definitely say Paida. And I think it's so cool that one of the biggest Kaigai idols out of the US is not what like is a black woman. I think that is the coolest thing ever.
Absolutely.
And I think like I love her and everything she does, and I got to meet her at Sakura Con this year. Well, outside of Sakura Con, but I was there for Sakura Con. And getting to meet her was just so cool because she is very down to earth, very like just a person that you can speak to, and that was so cool. I would also say Phoebe, and I have gotten to know Phoebe a little bit more as a person and as a friend in like a friendly manner, and she is also just such light in this like community. She is genuinely like the kindest person I have ever met in my life. Like I literally want to sob every time I speak to her because I'm like, you are so kind, like you are the sweetest human being ever. um so those would be like my two like more popular idols that I look up to. I'd say bigger in the community. Locally, it would have to be Starry Arcana Ash and MS Paint Palette Marie, simply because when I started doing cosplay idol stuff, those were two of the first people I ever met. And at Otakon 2023, Cosplaylist was right before Now Presenting, and they both did Now Presenting that year. And they both had like we were talking before Cosplay List, and they were so like they were both so like kind to me, and we were talking about like getting on stage and doing all that. And I stayed to watch Now Presenting before my flight home, and I remember being like, wow, like this is so cool. And Ash does viola playing on stage, and that is
Yes.
so interesting and such a fun concept. And Marie is such a cool idol in my opinion,
Mhm.
and like her original songs are so cool.
Mhm.
And so it's just like those two, and being friends with those two, I genuinely think they are the people that drove me to actually like become an idol, just through speaking to them and looking up to them and being in that sense of like being friends with them, if that makes sense. Like there's this different like there's a difference between looking up to an idol and being like, wow, you're so cool, but they're kind of unreachable because they are like so like high, you see them so highly. But then somebody that you befriend and being like, wow, these people are so cool and they are my friends, and like there's just a different like kind of thing going on there. And those two, I would definitely say, I don't think I would be an idol without knowing either those two. And so I love them both to death. They're amazing. They're both amazing people. And so I'd say those are my local inspirations.
My semi-local, Sharife is local now to me. Not to brag, but also another Vivaria. I've gotten to know them a lot more recently, and they are so cool. They are also so down to earth. They're so funny. I love them so much. They are so much fun. And further north in the Midwest, Cheery Girls. They have been doing this for a long time, and they just have fun doing it. Yes, Nova, I do want you to cry. That is a threat. Cheery Girls they're so much fun. They just I haven't gotten to speak to them much. That's another thing of my like social anxiety is I am a peon. I am not worthy. And like getting to talk more with Chi and Rory at ASIN, and having Chi perform at Sunset Stage and her doing Boy Throb made me so happy. She was like, how silly can I be? And I was like, I want you to do whatever you want. Truly. I don't care what you want to do. Do whatever you want. They are just so much fun, and you can tell like how much fun they have on stage. And all idols are inspirations to me. The community is it's growing so much, and that makes me so happy. And I think that, we can learn a little bit from everyone. And it's like when I do this thing where I have a friend that will like say some like quip or some little phrase, and then I pick up on that, and then I do not stop saying it. Like I am an amalgamation of all the people that I know, and I think that that is true for idols as well. It's just like, and like it's so much fun meeting an idol for the first time and then like seeing them perform and being like, okay, I will lay I will lay my life on the line for you. I will die for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, this community is growing steadily, and there's so many people, especially in America. So
Yes.
Oh yeah.
this is a different question since we have a duo on the show, and I think the last time we did this was with Yume Piku. So I'm gonna test this out again. So, hey Chlo, what would be Bitty's greatest strength?
Ooh, I like this question. Um, I would say it would definitely be Bitty's ability to do. Like, if that makes sense, like the ability, I know she was saying audacity, but just the ability to do, the ability to make something happen. Like Sunset Stage was all her. I feel like I was Revolie got the credit, but I barely was involved in that outside of helping her pick who we wanted there. But that was all her and her just ability to do. I mean, a lot of the times I rely a lot on her because my personal life is so busy. I'm juggling a lot at once, and so she's just so reliable to be like, hey, can you I know you can handle this. Will you please do this for me? And every time it's like immediately, like she's got it done immediately. Like I turn around, I think even like silly things. Like there was one day that I was like, hey, can you just do lyric line distribution for me while I'm at work? And I turn around an hour later and it's already in our Google Drive and everything's already done and everything's color coded and it looks all perfect and it's beautiful. And then I get like some dance mirrors sent over to me. It's like, here you go, like it's all perfect. And so that is definitely like just the ability to do and be organized and all of that is so it balances me out very well because I'm very chaotic in everything I do, unfortunately. And so it's wonderful. It's great to work with somebody in a collaboration sense that is able to do that, but it's also just great to have a friend that is able to do anything along. Like it really truly, I believe Bitty could do anything, and I think that it balances everything out so well. That, and then Bitty has such a positive attitude. Like half the time I'm scared because I'll be like, oh, I'm really upset about this, and don't be upset about that, you could be happy about this. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. And then Bitty be like, but you can be down, like you can feel sad, you can deal with this, but just know like this means this and you can be happy about this. And so it's like a mix of the ability to do and then the ability to find the positive things in life.
Well,
I don't know if I would say any of those things about myself. Like, it's so funny. Like,
You can't, don't lie to yourself.
like it's so funny because I am a very only in certain aspects I'm a very type A person. Like I love to plan. I love planning. I love organizing. But you're like, hey, clean the house. And I'm like, I don't wanna do it.
I got you. I'll clean the house for you. I got you.
I just like I love planning. I love like messing around with like graphic design and stuff, and I'm just like just doing stuff all the time. I'm bored. I don't have anything to do. That's why Chloe's like, oh hey, can you do this for me? I'm like, please give me something to do. Please.
I start offloading my to-do list to Bitty.
Yeah, literally. Like, please. And like we're very similar people. We have very similar ways of doing things, and if I can, I know that if I have something that I'm like, this is too much for me, I can give it to her and she can do it. I think that's one of my favorite things about her. But I think performance wise, Chloe just knows what she's doing. She has the like the know-how and the experience, and her stage presence is so much fun. She's so much fun on stage. And I think that it's so great to have somebody that cares just as much about idols and about the culture, and to be able to do that with is so much fun. And I have been doing solo stuff for a while, and it's like, oh, this is fun actually to do it with another person. I don't have to do it all by myself. And while I was living in St. Louis, I was in a group, and they're all wonderful, wonderful people. I just very abruptly moved, and unfortunately, am unable to participate in the group. And you know, it's so nice to be able to rely on other people. And I know that it's really hard with being like neurodivergent and having mental health issues. It's hard to remember that people are in your corner, and that's why when Chloe is like, I'm feeling bad about myself, and I'm like, no, you are not allowed to do that. Stop it. If she tells me that she's feeling bad about herself, I am DMing everyone I know, and I'm like, say nice things to her because she will not listen to me. And like, but I understand like spiraling, and it's hard. Life is hard. The world sucks. It's really hard to be a person right now. But being in this community really is just a reprieve in this cold, dark, terrible world that we're in. And so I think that's a really good thing to be able to focus on, and to be able to put effort into, and to have friends in the community that understand the terrible, dark world that we live in, and to be able to be like, well, this is my own little world that I'm gonna live in, and I'm going to have my little escapism. And I think it's a healthy amount of escapism, because I definitely like leaving a con have that like more so I have that like post-con depression than now that I've had in a long time. I've been cosplaying for a long, long time. And when I was a teenager, when I was like back before, like going to cons before COVID, it was such a different experience. And like now with idols and wota and like anikura, I'm feeling that again. I'm feeling that like spark again, and I just like I feel like a teenager again. I'm pushing 30, and it's really nice to feel like a teenager again when my body doesn't.
I was gonna ask what would be Chloe's greatest strength, and that pretty much
Yeah.
answered it. So, yeah. Another question that I usually ask everyone, which is, if you traveled back in time, what would you tell yourself right before your very first performance, solo or Revolie, either way?
I think that I would tell myself it's something similar to something Chloe had said earlier. Like, no performance is ever going to be perfect. You are always improving. You are never going to be perfect. Not just in a performance aspect, but like as a human being, nobody is ever perfect. There is always room to grow as a person and improve as a person, because like you're always going to have times that, you are going to say something that upsets a friend. But the only thing that you can do is like be honest and understand, if you did something to make somebody feel some way, have an honest enough and clear enough communication with them where they feel comfortable saying, hey, I didn't really feel that great about that. And you go, oh my gosh, I had no idea. I'm never doing that again. Thank you. And just like, you're never going to be perfect. You're always improving. There's always room to improve, but that's not a bad thing. It's just like looking back, I think I did my first performance. I did in like cosplay idol performance in like 2021. Look, like I have come so far since then, and I never would have thought that I did. And you just got to keep going. You just keep moving, keep going, keep pushing yourself. And I know that it's hard to not be hard on yourself and say that, oh, well, I did this wrong, I missed this, I flubbed a word, I whatever. Nobody cares.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares. If I am watching a performance and something like that happens,
Happens. So
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just, you kind of just have to accept it. There's it's a saying that Jinx Monsoon, the drag queen, says, like, water off a duck's back. You just got to keep going. You just got to let it go, and you need to not think about it, because there's nothing you can do about it. It happened. You can't change that.
Yeah. No, I think Bitty said it perfectly. Like, nothing is ever gonna be perfect, and honestly, perfect is boring. Like, if everything is perfect, then it feels boring. So nothing's ever gonna be perfect, and you're just gonna keep improving. And I think I would tell me that when I started, like, you can go so far, and you will eventually, you like put in the work, and you're gonna get there. And that's what I would tell myself, is it's not gonna be perfect, but you're gonna put in all the work you want, and people are gonna love it, and that's, what you need to do, and just keep on improving no matter what.
Truth. So one last thing, any upcoming performances that you want to talk about?
This weekend we have Idol Burlesque in Chicago. It is a Pride-themed event at Solar Intentions, which is a non-alcoholic bottle shop in Chicago. It's a really, really cool place. There's some kind of, like, it's not necessarily drag, but there are some, like, drag elements. People are doing some, like, fun, funky, like, Western songs. I'm so excited. It is, because there is a huge, overwhelming majority of idols, of Kaigai idols, that are in the LGBTQ community. So celebrating Pride and recognizing that part of us is really important. It's just something that I'm so excited to, like, merge those two worlds and get to celebrate that. And it's just such a, and the space, it's such a cool place. I think that, like, having a third space that is sober friendly is really, really important. It's so cool. It's and it's, like, queer owned, just everything that I love in a space. It's just so interesting. And yeah, that is this weekend in Chicago. We have some other performances that we can hopefully announce soon. I think, I hope.
We're waiting,
I'm just waiting on the okay for that. But there's a certain convention in Washington, D.C.
I wonder.
But I can't say anything more.
But I won't say the name, so
Yeah.
I'm safe. Don't yell at me, please. Yeah, no, we have Idol Burlesque. We have a really fun set list. If you like Chica
Yes.
Idols, if you like Odore, if you like Yuri, if you like any of that, you're gonna like the set. So that's gonna be super fun. Like Bitty said, unannounced. And always, if you'd like to see us in anything, please reach out. Feel free.
Yes.
We are, like we said earlier, like, our goal is to perform more together. So whether it's on the East Coast, West Coast, it'll be a trek to get there, but we would try.
Yeah.
Or Chicago, whether there's any of those, like, we would love to perform.
Yes.
We are always open to performing. We have an email, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter. Please feel free to reach out to us in any capacity.
Yes.
We also have it's very far in the future, and we haven't announced anything major for it, but end of February next year, beginning of March, keep your calendars open. We have a very, very, very cool thing that is slowly coming to fruition. So I would say keep your calendars
planning
open
it
for
very
that.
far in ahead, because that is the kind of person
It's
that I
big.
am.
We're also, it's gonna be big. Our goal is to make it a very, very large event. So
Yes.
hopefully people are interested in that, and we have a
Yes.
few other things cooking personally and other
Yes.
projects. Like we said, we have a original song eventually cooking. So yeah, like I said, if you want to see us anywhere, we're always please reach out to us. We will always try to make things work. But
Yes.
yeah.
And I know that we won't be performing, but I know both of us will be at ANYC or in New York that weekend at least, at different events. There's some VTuber events, there's some Idol events. I wasn't planning on going to ANYC, but we'll say it again, Love Live Say You. Yeah, that is happening. Yeah, more things that we can announce, but hopefully can soon. Yeah. That my Chicago boy. I was talking about you earlier. That's my man. It's just so. I was saying earlier that I don't want to have to go back to Edmonton because it's expensive. I had said that you were the only American at the Idol function, the only other American at the Idol function at at Athon last year. Good things.
Good things.
But yeah.
But yeah, no, we would love to. We're excited. We want to do more. We want to see more. So we have things cooking, but
I would love to go to Athon. My wallet says otherwise. Unless somebody wants to help me out. No. But we'll see. I won't say that it's not happening. It depends on Love Live Say You. Everything depends on Love Live Say You.
Well, this concludes the interview part of the episode, but we have to do one terrible segment that people love. It's called the worst pep talk ever. I give you, Chlo and Bitty, a pep talk for 1 minute. I'm probably gonna go overtime, but like whatever. It's usually over.
You got this.
A minute. All right, Revolie. Y'all are awesome. Seeing you guys perform well on video, at the Sunset Stage and at the Idol Showcase. I love like energetic performances, and you guys bring that to the table. With Sunset Stage and being able to grow the Midwest scene, I appreciate that dream, and I want want more community and more events. So if you guys can do that and help with bringing that community and increasing that community, because as you said, East Coast and West Coast, they're a thing. Midwest, they have to step up, and they are stepping up for sure, and you guys are part of that. Bitty, I love the original song. It's really cute, and I can't wait for more original stuff. And you as a soloist, you are great. Chlo, you are great. I'm gonna say the same stuff. The Idol Village, Volume 4, Recency Bias aside, that set was really good.
It was cracked.
Yeah, it was so good. Oh my god. And just as the both of you, as Revolie, just keep doing what you gotta do. And I really want to see you guys perform someday, whenever that may be.
You will.
It'll happen.
But yeah, that's about it. Worst pep talk ever. Minute 23. Bad. Awful.
Yay.
Terrible.
No, that was great.
No, that was awesome. I love that. That was so much fun.
But if you have not followed Revolie, follow the Instagram, which has Bitty's Instagram and then Chlo's Instagram in the bio. So yeah. 3-for-1 package.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. Thank you guys for accepting this invitation or episode.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
96. And if you missed any part of
Father's Day special,
spend time with your family.
Flip 96 around.
And then, oh my god. All right, nice. Spend time with your family. Spend time with Revolie to end the night.
We're your father.
Yes.
But yeah, if you missed any part of the live stream, this will be uploaded onto youtube.com/ at Idolize 101. That'll be announced probably tomorrow in the afternoon. So on IG and Twitter. And yeah, that'll be it. We'll see you guys. I'm gonna give myself a little break. I'm gonna have like a 1 week gap of no Idolize.
You got this.
Oh my god.
You got this.
You deserve a break.
And
You
then
deserve a break.
next Monday? June 29th, we'll be having one more episode from someone in the European region. Who will that be? No one knows. But outside of me and the guest. So I'll announce that later this week. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching Revolie and supporting Chlo and Bitty. Yeah.
Yay.
We'll be going to the ending screen. Take care, brush hair, be kind. I messed that up. Yeah, just signing off. Revolie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.